just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the respect not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No trust for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? Not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what I'm yama 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 yama. I will like drama 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 drama. I leave you all sama 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 sama. Mr. Rescue, I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience. But why you for us? So why the respect not stable? No job, no food to put on the table. No trust for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids can't hold. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I hate to say you not love. It's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. That will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. You say you are going to change things, but we not seeing changes. Promises you made you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made the whole country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish hunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, oh, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue. The people say not like you. That's what I'm yama 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 yama. I will like drama 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 drama. I leave you all sama 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 sama. Mr. Rescue, I just wanna ask ask you one question, now will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people. Oh, that's why you to us. You even claim to even be the hero for your experience, but why you for us? So why the rest now stable? No job, no food, no food on the table. No just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest and show your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. Instead of helping body, breaking poverty on the youth. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people I hate to say you not love. Mr. Rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that will you give the rescue? You not give him.
Okay, folks. Welcome to Freedom Hub on Freedom 87.9 FM. We are here once again bringing you information that you would love to hear. And we are always grateful. Well, let me say good evening. If you're driving home, drive with care.
Ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you.
And that's how things going to be today. We are grateful to be on this lovely Thursday evening or afternoon. Well, our young chief is not here today, Oliver Khan, and our princess, wherever you guys are, I like to say, fake here, and you here in spirit because we have team. Well, as usual, we will run through a couple of headlines we have in Liberia. And those of you, joining us from the Transcycle, the bus, the taxi, and wherever you are sitting under that tree. My name is Al Jerome Roosevelt. You can follow me for the next 1 hour 57 minutes and or 53 minutes. We're gonna, in this country, lot of things to discuss. And this is Liberia. This is the only country we have, and so we will, do our best. We're going to play our part. And those of you joining us via the social media, we love to say thank you. Thank you so much, and you can be able to share the podcast right here on Freedom Hub, the biggest thing to ever happen. Like I said, we are not here today with our dream master, the young Oliver Khan, the general manager as well of Freedom FM. And our lovely princess is somewhere schooling. And so we like to say, you guys are here in spirit. But we're going to, you know, some people, let me start this way. It's rainy season, dry season, but some people don't like rainy season. When you look at the percentage of people that do not appreciate, when I say I do not appreciate rainy season, that means people who do not love rainy season. But if you do not appreciate rainy season, how do you expect the crops to grow? So sometimes you just have to appreciate everything, no matter what. Rainy season, if you're looking for the best planner, when you're looking for the best planner, you must know that God is the best planner. So he does all of these things to please mankind. So we must be grateful for the rain. We must be grateful for the sun. Like I said, we have a couple of headlines to run through, and I will encourage you, those of you joining us via the internet, I will encourage you to actually share this show to other pages, and as well, we get plenty of things to talk about. A lot of things happening in our country. And if you were to retrospect and think about, like you start your life and then you expect yourself to move forward like a baby who was born yesterday. But when you look at the situation in Liberia today, it's like we are in reverse gear. This is no disrespect to anybody. People do not appreciate the truth. People do not appreciate the truth. But whether you supported a regime or a political party that continue to place our country in loss, sometimes, look, there are two kinds of feelings. You get your personal political feelings and your conscience. And for me, I'm not going to speak to that political feelings, that defend your mistake or whatsoever it is, your fault. But I'm going to speak to your conscience. And even if you were to go to bed tonight, you will know that, yes, I don't like him. I don't like the station he represents. But he said something today, and what he said was the truth. And one of the things we are not going to do here, and I can say this for sure, we are not going to, lie. That is for sure. Any information we give you here, that's the fact, and that's the issue. And you have to accept it. Because all of the things, all of the mistakes that are happening in this country, if I say mistake, that means I want to defend you because you superhuman. But when I say all of the things that are happening in this country today, imagine if you who support this government today put yourself in that opposition chair and speak in the interest of the country and speak for the 5.4 million people and speak for the 45,000 square miles. Speak for the 16 tribes across our country and bring your answer. And bring your answer. You support this government with your blood, your sweat. But is it fair for drug to come into the country and no owner? And you think we should embrace it? If another political party would have won the election and you see these things happening and you are a political party owner or a partisan of the Unity Party or any political institutions, will you defend these things? And that's why I'm telling you today, I am going to speak to your conscience. I don't have time for your feelings. It is not my prerogative to look at your feelings, because your feelings will drive you into hell. Your feelings will drive you into a place at the point you will put your children's future in danger. I'm not going to speak to your political feelings. Today, I will speak to your conscience. As a Liberian, I'm going to speak to your conscience. If you were in opposition and the president looks in your face and say, God is not making no land, after Liberians' homes were broken down, will you come in defense as a Goliath? Sometimes you look at the broad base of issues and speak. It is not because when you behave like a woman or a father or a parent who defend everything their child will do, you think you're doing well, but you will regret tomorrow because your child will be the worst. And that's the fact. This is a country that is dragging to 200 years old. And somebody is pleased that when the country is using plywood as a lesson plate, and you come and defend that. Come on, you. Let us run through a couple of headlines. Making news will come to talk about plenty of things here today. I want us to see if we can run through a couple of headlines. You know, when you look at the social media, you see a couple of things happening, and presumably you may not get all of the information. And that is why I try always to bring the information that is circling around the country, from Banga and Bon County to Plibo in Maryland County, maybe Von Zwan in Grand Cape Mount County, but we'll talk about Buchanan in Grand Bassa County, and presumably let's stretch ourselves into Sando County. But we have to bring this information to you. So at the end of the day, you'll be informed. But this room belongs to every person. When we give you the key of this room, you must behave. And if you do not behave, trust me, I'm going to be a tough customer. If any human beings in this country who was elected by laws of our country, and you choose to do something outside the Constitution that provides and protects everyone in this country, and you think you will go free, trust me, no. You can be as old as Methuselah. I'm not going to say things that will please you. Trust me. Trust me. And I was telling somebody, I said, do you know why God decided to pass the Israelites to the sea? Because the people those days from Egypt, they used to believe in water. That water used to be their God. So to disgrace them, to take them to where they understand. When you finish disgracing them, things that they believe, Charles Taylor understood the sounds of guns. So when you talk about peace negotiation, he doesn't care. It took gun to take Charles Taylor from here. So the sound that the Egyptians understood, it was the water, the sea that they used to believe in. And God disgraced them there. The Unity Party people we have today, they don't believe in democracy. They don't believe in intellectualism. They don't believe in civilization. They appreciate people taking their heart to them. And that's why, trust me, I am your tough customer. We'll discuss national issues. We'll talk something. But if you don't appreciate it, that's your business. This is our country. This is the place that nobody will take anybody from. Because if you think you can take somebody from here, the person will go across the border and bring gun back into the country, and the person will tell you, look, this is my country, this is my native land. If you think you come from Lofa County, myself, I hail from Maryland. If you think you come from Maryland, myself, I come from Bon County. And that's how it is. No person has the original deed for this country, even though history tells us that Liberia at the time name of Duco was bought for $3 US. That history gone. We have stretched beyond. We have stretched beyond. And so no human being born of a woman will be elected president of our country until you will hide behind the law and do not go by the law, and you think we're supposed to fool our hands. We're not going to do it. We will speak. We'll use the modern day trumpet. We'll talk to our people. We'll speak to the conscience of our people. And at the end of the day, the right thing will be done. Because if you think you president, you can come in this Liberia and do whatever you want to do, you should remember how President Doe died. You should remember how Charles Taylor was elected in 1997, but he was talking about 27 years rule. And he was saying Vision 2024. Today, he sleeps in Great Britain in the cell. Nobody pings this country and go free. Do what is right and let the people of Liberia share for you. When Adrian Roosevelt speaks and the people say, Jerome, go sit down, and the men doing well. What you want for the men to do? But when I speak, then the people cheer me. It speaks contrary to your election promises. And these are some of the things we will not capitulate. We're not going to buckle to them. We will speak our conscience. We will speak our mind. We will speak as freedom fighters with our guns. And our voices will take you out of that seat. Trust me. So let us go through and see if we can run through. I'm trying to do, I don't know, but I'm trying to do something here to see if I can run through a couple of headlines making news across Liberia. I'm trying to do something here. Okay, let us run through a couple of headlines making news. Oh, come on, you. I don't know. I just don't know about this stuff. But okay, now first up is the Inquirer newspaper. The Inquirer front page major headline: Liberia review health financing gains, much strategic for nationwide expansion, sustainability across Liberia. And I see a couple of persons right here. Everyone is striving for Liberia's betterness, and that's why we cheer for. CSA unveils massive public service overhaul. Bridge ground for Central Regional Headquarters tomorrow, and the CSA director is right there on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. JFA probed childbirth strategy or tragedy, suspend staff at the John F. Kennedy Hospital. They said one girl went there to give birth. When the guy reached, the guy asked for the doctor, and there were some doctors who were on, call, and there were some doctors who were not on call, and she was in pain. She was very much painful, and so she decided to give herself to the doctor then that were on call. At the end of the day, they started giving the girl all kinds of injections. All kinds of injections. Hey man, the woman is crying. The guy is in pain right there on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper. She's in pain. They said the JFK damaged the girl's entire system. This is sad for Liberia, and I see her crying right here on the front page of the Inquirer newspaper under this big caption: JFK probes children childbirth strategy, suspend staff. You think that thing will come into here? You tell the people dollar, you go give all kinds of injection. At the end of the day, for the girl to give birth, the girl whole system rotting. You will pay that people daughter. You will pay that people daughter, and that will do it for the front page of the Inquirer. The back page, balance headlines: a government signs over 16 million FSMSG project agreement with African Development Bank. All the million. Where is the money going? Liberia is like a stomach. Stomach can praise. They just put in the food, they're putting the money, there. When you come back to Liberia after 10 years, after 20 years, you still see Liberians using from Vatan. From Vatan to Douala. Another how many million? 16 million bucks. Liberia elected to Global Climate Adaptation Steering Committee, and that to do it for the Inquirer newspaper. Our next stop is the Independent. The Independent front page major headline: Wise text backfires. It charged with bribery and other crimes. There are students who, were collecting money, according to the report, $300 Liberian for each student to give it to a guy. At the end of the day, they will say the test. You start acting that you're not spy before, man. Your leader trainer, man, who has entered in the classroom and never spy. Abraham said, God, was it Abraham? He said, show me one person for Sodom and Gomorrah. Show me 10, show me 20, show me 50, then I will spare. They said there were a couple of students who were caught. And the Independent front page reporting, it said, Wise text backfire. 8 caught with bribery as they have been charged. To unveil US $19.2 million drugs, Bwaka reaches out to global investigators, vice dismantling criminal enterprise in Liberia. Joseph Bwaka, anytime you say something, I will go check outside and see if it is clear. From the day you told me that with the Guinean authority that the Guinean president asked you, how is things or how are things happening in your country? My Mosa Fona. Imagine Bwaka say he has met with international partners to investigate this entire drug issue in Eastern Liberia. Everyone is on their feet. The back page headlines. MCC World Bank Review Project progress has cited 6 more support. Liberia, the city of Monrovia, is very stinking. The city is very stinking. If you want smell stink things, come to Liberia's capital, especially the Center Street area. This is very sad. Finabono appears in court as motion for surety intensifies. Senate unveiled WECC roadmap for Liberia. Tap marriage orders on spotlight, and that to do it for the Independent newspaper. The Old Democrats are next Johnson front page major headline. Bwaka declares war on drug cartels. And he said, no, to lie, not something. To lie, not something. To lie, they say lie is the intentional violation of truth. It is too offensive. President Bwaka is right on the front page, and I don't know why the president is laughing. When you look at the front page of the Democrat newspaper, those of you watching us on the social media, you will see President Bwaka laughing right there on the front page. On the front page of the Democrat newspaper, you know, when somebody is saying something and the person is laughing, that person is not clear. President Bwaka is right there on the front page. It says here, Bwaka declares war on drug cartel. You couldn't declare war on Guinea. You couldn't declare war on Guinea that came to tear our land. But you declaring war on something that has a huge cartel that would now, you know, I don't know what to say, but the president is right here showing Liberia that don't worry. George Kennedy Peabody wants democracy at rates from the abuse of power. The resident sacred judge of the 6th Sacred Court in Montserrat County, Kennedy Peabody, is right here on the front page of the Democrat newspaper, the back page, bottom headlines. Ministry of Education warns schools against unauthorized graduation fee. I met Jerusalem saying, very the message are playing their music. The newspaper is our next junction. No crew or fine in Liberia. We will destroy the network of Bwaka and show citizens on 19 million drug saga in the country. No, let me pause. Let me pause this song. When I understand this thing, then we'll use the song. But this thing is getting serious. The president is right here on the front page of the newspaper. The president says, we will destroy the networks Bwaka assures citizens on 19 million RIA drug saga. And somebody says, President Bwaka, are you sure you're going to destroy drug in the country? And you have to be mindful how you speak, because when you continue to speak as a president on these things and making big promises, at the end of the day, the people still see drugs in the country. President Bwaka, people will not believe you. The back page of the newspaper Liberia DRC dipping stars as Bwaka hosts Congolese foreign minister. And this is the 36th deepening ties since Bwaka was elected president of the Republic of Liberia. And if we were not deepening ties, and then we were receiving companies, we were receiving, millions of dollars. President Bwaka was using his 45 years experience to make Liberia great again. We'll not be talking about Congo, people who fighting war. What can we get from Congo? What can we get from Congo? You went and sat in front of Donald Trump. At the end of the day, what did you bring back to Liberia was good English. Good English. You flew from here, you went to China. And you came back with deepening ties. You went to Kosovo. You came back with what? Deepening ties. Today, we are talking about DR Congo. The people who now fair war. When we were coming up, there was a game between DR Congo and Liberia. The song we took from the SKD that day, Liberia, Lone Star defeated DR Congo that day. But the song we used from Samarkand Gospel Complex to Claratown, the song was All Rebel was a new rebel. Imagine we fought our war. We have gotten peace for the past 14 years. and DR Congo is still fighting. But the United Party people say they're deeply tired for Congo. Okay, it's another day for another thing. But they write here on the front page of the newspaper, House awaits a briefing from John Security in the U.S. 19 million drug case. My people, let us be serious. Let us be serious. Now, we have this issue. The only branch of government that is silent on this issue is the judiciary. But you will find out that the first branch of government, the legislature, they're speaking on it. They're doing things, that we can understand. And then the president and the justice minister speaking the same day. When you go to it, then they say they get sense more than you. The justice minister comes to the legislature and speak round 2 or 3, whatever the hour was. The president wake up and start speaking 7 o'clock. Who you want fool? Look, the government is confused. The government lacks leadership ability. When you form a government, there are structures you use to facilitate your plans. But it doesn't make sense when the justice minister of a country enters the parliament or the legislature and is speaking to the representatives of the people by 2 or 3 in the morning. Then after speaking, he says, we are not going to say anything again. Then the president comes back after 3 hours. He tells the country, we are going to stop and fight and destroy the cartel. President Bouaka, are you serious? Do you have that capacity? For you believe in lies. The thing I know about Bouaka can lie. Trust me. He doesn't speak with his conscience. He speaks like somebody who wanted something to be done from a point of personal interest. And so you come and say, let me just go say this thing so the people then can believe because I am the president of the country. The justice minister says the government of the Republic of Liberia is not going anywhere further with this thing. The president comes back in the evening on a major situation in the country, $19 million drug saga. And the United Party looks like, one of the students. Let me tell you how the United Party looks. Somebody tells Princess is a very brilliant, outspoken, and well, she's a very young, smart girl at her age. But somebody, I'm just trying to make the analysis. Somebody tells Princess, oh, Princess, oh, you're not great and maybe A, maybe C. Or if I will put it in number, and the person said, Princess, you can make your percentage then as also 10. And then the person tells Princess' father and say, don't be spoiling your money on this girl. Give me the money, send me to school. I'm going to do the best for you, and tomorrow I'll make your home great. Then the father evaluate and say, okay, I'm packing Princess. When the day Princess get ready, I will send her to school. But now, maybe Princess not ready. I will focus on what you told me. So they send you to school. You accuse Princess of making C, having C or having 10%, or having 40, or having 20. Then Princess' father gave you money and said, okay, go to school. We register you, we send you to the school. Then you start making 5%. You start making F. Then when the people raise the issue, then when the father raised the issue, why are you making F? And you also talk to our daughter, or when Princess' sister and brother start raising issue, then you start going for Princess Gracie. That we're not supposed to be talking about. The point I'm making is that the United Party said that CDC government on WIA was a trash. They had no plan. They had no obligation. The government was an embarrassment to Liberia. It was destroying the progress of our country. And so nobody should take George Weah government serious. That was their messages. At one point they said George Weah less is better than his head. And it was nonsensical for the people of Liberia to actually vote George Weah. Now, the people look at them and say, okay, you people making sense. We'll vote you. Then the people voted you. 3 years ago, George Weah left power. Then we're talking about 19 million drugs. Then you're going for the same George Weah Gracie. You say, oh, George was in Liberia the time George Weah was president. We're not speaking about that. That is nonsensical. That is challenge. We should be progressing. We should not be going for the CDC Grey Card, because based on the CDC Grey Card, that's why the people voted you. So we're talking about this discussion on this table is the 19 million US dollar drugs in Liberia. You were sophisticated. You all were angels. You were people that we should not come to talk about, because everything will be well. And by this time, I thought buses would have picked up citizens, young students from their home. By this time, I thought all of the people in the community across Liberia will be having a bell that rings and say, it is 12 o'clock, you can eat lunch. Oh, I thought people would have gotten in car and be paying 20 liberty from here to Douala. And I thought the US rate would have been 1-to-1. Because we were voting angels. We were competing with angels. How come? How come we're talking about a 19 million US dollar drugs, and you still talking about something that passed 3 years ago? Oh, 100 million George, we have brought 100 million. Look, those things gone. Because all of those things, they were propaganda. You don't have to discuss it. And that is why when I started the show, I said, I'm not going to speak to your human, feelings or your political feelings. I'm going to speak to your conscience. Because if you were in opposition today, and we are talking about a $19 million drugs that came into the country today, and we have to be going to Simosi. Trust me, we should be going to not Simosi, but Center Street. Let us go to Center Street to see if those people who were buried, no disrespect to them, if they can still move. Because the last time I checked, it was the Bible that told me that Ezekiel, God and Ezekiel, there was a conversation, and Ezekiel said, God, only you can turn this dry bones to life. So the Unity Party now turning dry bones to life. And the president shamelessly come out and say, oh yes, we will fight the cartel, we will destroy the cartel, when your justice minister is unable to show us one person. And that is why I believe that Bwaka and his bunch of criminals, they are damaging our country. They are damaging our country. Until you give them the sounds they understand. Liberia in the next 3 years. Look, 2 years ago, I was telling somebody, I say, in year 3 of the Unity Party, I'm now a pastor. I'm now a prophet. But I look at things from a broad perspective and understand the life that I live on. I'm able to see Mr. X and tell you that Mr. X will do nothing in the next 1 year. And somebody was asking me, how did you know, Jerome? I told the person, I said, look, I know the man that heading into the presidency. In the first place, he lacks leadership ability. The thing that nobody looks at, the person who is close to Bwaka is Ellen. Nobody closer to Bwaka than Ellen. All the people you see around Bwaka today, these are people who are around him because he's president. But Ellen was very careful giving our country to a man who she understands. Presumably, Bwaka used to sleep for 10 hours before he goes to the Capitol building as vice president. You think why Ellen was stopping the Ivorian government from giving Bwaka that 300,000? And that's why when Bwaka said he broke after the election, I got shocked, because we were investigating a case, and any of you who know Ellen, go and ask Ellen. Go and ask Ellen. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you're going to ask us, go and ask her. We were investigating a scenario where the Ivorian government was making their own contributions to the Unity Party government or their campaign in 2017. The first money the Ivorian government brought, it was 300,000. The money there at the airport, and the people called Ellen. Meanwhile, when the people were calling Ellen, there were already delegation from the Unity Party at that airport. And in 23 minutes, or you said 30 minutes, as we say, Bouaka arrived at the airport. And Ellen told the people not to give Bouaka that money. Look, there are plenty of things that people see behind the scenes. Some of you don't know because it is your political party. When people saying things that you have no clue, and because you have phone, you just write or say things. Bouaka is a failure. The people took that money back. Bouaka had to go to Ellen to go beg Madam Ellen. After 5 days, the people brought that money back. 350,000 US bucks in suitcase. They give it to Bouaka. That's why I was shocked when Bouaka said he doesn't have money to go to hospital. The man's life is a failure. All of the things. Look, let us be real. I will soon open the line for the first topic. We're talking about this issue of the drugs, and we'll continue to say it. We will continue to speak on this thing. We don't need no distraction. We will concentrate. We'll focus our mind because this is a disgrace to our country. Put yourself in the opposition. What will you say today if you are in opposition? You claim to love Liberia. The vote you voted on that day, your child didn't tell you, but the vote you voted, you put in your children's future in danger. So put yourself in the opposition. Don't put yourself in as a Unity Party partisan and see a drug coming into the country. 90 million. No uno. And that's the disgraceful Bible. Hey, no uno. And they want us to dance. They want us to not talk. They want us to be happy. How come? And then you're looking at beyond 3 years, and your brain join the country. My man, you are CDC, not on that kind of thing. Your concentration is the Liberian people. Perform and leave all stories. You know, sometimes when I'm passing, I can see people in the shop that are on the road, in the club, they say, when they drink, I say, leave stories. Leave that stories. Like discuss the story. And trust me, the more you do these things, there were people who voted Bouaka because, number one, of old age. There were people who voted Bouaka because, number two, they said, oh, this man, you know, let us agree that a lot of George Weah is popular, but this man being in the political field, let's try him with this 45 years experience. They are not Unity Party partisan. So the question I'm asking, or the thing I'm saying today in our first topic, if you were opposition person today, don't forget about all the defense. If you are in a opposition today, then Alexander Cummins bring in draw with no uno. Will you be defending Alexander Cummins? And the point here is, all of us claim to love Liberia. People in the Unity Party say they love Liberia. People in the CDC say they love Liberia. ANC people say they love Liberia. Everybody in the country loves Liberia. So my question to you is, if you are in opposition and drugs enter into the country, and now 40 that liberty drugs, 90 million US dollars that can drag the capacity of the people, young people, and make them burden persons in the society. But that 90 million will spoil almost 50,000 persons' life. And if you damage 50,000 persons' life, trust me, you damage over 500,000 persons' lives. Because they have their parents, they have their sisters, they have their grandparents. You damage their lives. It says something to defend. Because if you look at Bwaka's statement, even though I don't trust his statement because he lies a lot, he's saying to you, we are going to destroy the cartel. So the logic there, when somebody speaks, they either pull logic or they push logic. When you pull in logic, that means you putting it on the table for us to discuss it. When you put in logic, meaning that thing you're talking, you're not making sense. So the logic of Bwaka comments that he's going to fight the cartel and bring the cartel down tells you that he himself isn't pleased with what has happened. He's not happy. But we still see the folks that voted this government, they come in defense and say, NCDC have 100. Look, you told us that, hey, CDC is not good. CDC is a trash. CDC government is a poison. It's bad. Why you should be going for CDC grace sheet again? What sense does it make? So if you go for CDC grace sheet, you are telling obviously in 3 year time you fail. Because you're making comparison with somebody you already said the person failed. And that's why I say some of you in the Unity Party, you don't have sense. You have mental issue. And I'm going to say it. There's one thing that nobody will do to me on this earth is to strangulate my voice. I don't keep things in my system. I say out. No word or words embarrass me because I will chunk it also. My system is not a dumb site. If I won't tell you, say you're stupid, I will tell you. And what is happening in our country, it is nonsensical because this government has let the people down. This government is failing gradually. And somebody say use the ED because the government has failed. Imagine the great United States of America. The people using jet plane, jet bomber. The other one using that warship to go break cartel down. Joseph Bwaka, he said down here, you don't even get one plane for your own country. He say, we destroy the cartel. You are a shame to our country. You are a disgrace to our presidency. Trust me. This is not what we voted for. This is not what we voted for. And trust me, it is too soon. Look, I can't be president for Liberia. Let me just say, because I can't be president for stupid people. I can't be president for Liberia. I can't even run as a representative. But I just see a logical that when you are elected president, you use the first 4 or 5 years as a sacrifice to do your best for the people of Liberia. And that's where the mistake lies. Yes. Because it's like a gamble. The people who are elected, they have no trust in the citizen. Even though the citizen trusted them to vote for them. But the man who goes into the presidency to say, the people voted for me, so let me use the first 3 years for the people. When you're using 3 or 4, 5 years for the people, all your consultations should be for the people. You don't have to be riding $1 million car in the country. What it takes when you take that 20 million or that 10 million project that you took, you say, okay, let me go build water factory in 3 or 4 counties. Or let me open sugarcane farm. Let my people be working. Even though we are a small country, but let's try this. Let's see how it works. But we have a president who take himself first. You won't go and go be president who to then the criminal then say, oh, they want to take our country money to go surprise president. And then when you tell them say that Bwaka fine, then they get vexed. You sort of take people money, you go bail president, you go surprise president. So then you see some people will come to defend that kind of thing. Then they will still be telling you, we love Liberia. You will love. Shut up! You don't love this country. You are evil. You're supposed to be defending everything. Who won't care Bwaka here? Bwaka riding $1 million car. For what reason? For what reason? For what reason? And then when people talking, you get angry. This is not the way to move. This is not the way to move. When your child does something wrong, tell the child, because the child has a future. Don't just be there, oh yeah, you be defending everything. Even people who were with you yesterday, though you to have voted president, we are out. When they post their rating, you get angry. Because you angry winner. You can't take advice. You're not going to need these people tomorrow. So on this first segment, the question here is, if you are in opposition, whether you are part of the ANC, whether you are part of the Unity Party, whether you are part of the CDC, whether you are part of any political institutions, and then you see a government that is leading Liberia allow a $19 million drop into your country without honor, is it sensitive or prudent to defend? Were you going to defend that thing when you're in opposition? So you Unity Party people today, I want you to put yourself in the opposition. Yesterday, George Weah was guilty. Mothers accusing. Sometimes when things happen to exonerate the innocent, like I always say, whenever the victim struggles vigorously to protect himself, he's been made a criminal while the criminal attitude goes to the victim. And this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. We should all know that this country belongs to everybody. There were things that Doe were doing yesterday, they were not right. But there were people who around Doe, they were defending him. At the end of the day, everyone knows how Doe died. Today, he doesn't have a grave. But you claim to love Liberia. And you think we're supposed to pick and choose among worse. No, I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. When people choose to make nonsensical decisions as leaders, we must tell them into their faces. Because if they were in opposition, they will be speaking as other people speaking today. You didn't always sit and just look. You say you love the land. It's not the land you love. You know what it means to have 90 million drugs in the country? You know how it's looking? Let me tell you something. You know how the drugs business, not the drugs, but you know how life looking. Let me tell you something. When we were coming up, we used to go to the port. We used to do something they call call for rest. So the guys who will go to the port in a ship, they will not carry cup, they will take their rest and put it in their bag. So when they come out, then we who in a community, in our free port as beginner, they will take our cup and measure their rice to their business people. So when they finish measuring the rice, they have cup, they will take and give it to us. That hustle will be on. Yeah, Anthony Stevens said, Anthony Stevens just confirmed me. I will not lie to you. Thank you, Anthony. That half cup will be doing hustling. Sometimes we used to jump over the free port. So that half cup you'll be doing, at the end of the day, you will carry something home for your people. Your mom will be happy, your pa will be happy. You know the point I'm making here? You found 19 million jobs in the country. And the government say, oh yeah, and that 19 million is just passing. That lie. Some left in Liberia. Look, you have to speak with sense. You think it's possible for somebody to come and say they're just passing with 19 million jobs, they take it and go? No, it is not possible. It is not possible. That drugs, that's something that every society needs. Not the good people need it. But because it is something that the bad people need, and the bad people are more than the good people. So they need it in every society. That's why they can tell you, they say, most of you don't read. When you read some book, they will tell you, they say, when the day, why you see here, day, I think after 5, almost to 5, I was open the line. The day where you see here, the one you're asking. The writer said that if the day or the night, he was indicating the night. He said, if you take the night and turn it to a day for 2 seconds or 2 minutes, your eyeball will not be able to comprehend what you see. The logic there is that some of the things you see on the surface with your blind eye, that's not how I look. And the government want you to believe that 19 million job, that 19 million is correct. Let's just pass it. La. That you see. So it is not possible, folks. We have to speak. We have to speak. Joseph Boakai, you are a disgrace to our country. I will continue to say, if we were putting, designing, plaque in our museum, we'll put Boakai picture in the toilet. Because you cannot make a lot of promises and in 3 years you can't even fulfill one. One you can't fulfill. And you want us to dance. You think some of you who believe that, that 19 million job, be there. It is damaging the country. It is destroying the country. And that is why I'm asking you this evening, if you were in opposition, what will you say? You're supposed to be defending every nonsense, every stupidity, you can't defend it. And you think this country belongs to you, it belongs to your grandpa, so anything you do, you must say yes. We're not going to do that. Do it. Trust me. The government is a shame. The government destroying the country. They are political rogues. They are political criminals. They are enemies to our country. We must say these things. We're not going to be scared to speak. Because even as children or kids, we sacrifice our lives to be here today. You know what it takes for your man to get you on your back, she's running from bullets? Eh? Your whole life, why you coming all your whole life like just gone. And somebody think that, the president so much, just look at anything and say, no, we made sacrifices. Our mothers, our fathers. I was telling somebody, I said, even if my papa passed here today, I will not see him, I will not know him. You know why? Because he died during the war. I'm not going to know him. There were no Facebook to keep those pictures. And even if they were keeping pictures, I don't know where they are. And that pain lives. And somebody thinks that they're supposed to destroy my children's future as well. No. And these are some of the things that will stay strong. And if you do nonsensical things will tell you that you're stupid. Trust me. Because we sacrifice. Our parents sacrifice to enjoy the peace. You must do the right thing as a country, as a president, as a leader. We're not going to buckle. We will not buckle. You know what? Some of us today, we're not even afraid of people who are going to gun. Huh? You know why today that some of us who here, we're not even afraid of people that get gun. We are not. You know why? Because our whole life coming up, that gun sound were hearing. Some of the guns, they were shooting, some of the guns in the darkness, you can't even see them. You can't even see them. You only hear whistle. That just used to get that gun. Then we get peace. Then we vote you for you to push our country forward. Then you just doing stupid things. Then you say, oh, you president, so nobody should talk to you. Sit down there. Sit down there. Sit down there. Don't do the right thing. And none of you in the country can do anything to us. If you want to maintain your job, don't try anything nonsensical. Because we'll go for you. If you do not understand that the power belongs to the people, and you think that anybody afraid in this country, don't try it. Stupid people who thought they get angry. You got 19 million jobs in the country. We talking to them. You say, "Oh, we will not call nobody me." Eh? Let's go to the line. If you are in opposition, what will you do? Let's go to the line, pick up call. We have our second segment right there on if you are in opposition. This is Freedom Hub. So We will take calls. We're going to take calls. Let me get the phone lines. Everybody loves Liberia, but everybody defending nonsense. Everybody loves the country, but everybody defending nonsense. You're supposed to defend that kind of thing. Then you say going for job, we are great shit. Yesterday, and y'all get job. 3, 4, 5 years, you still talking? And nothing will get time for y'all. Don't even get it in your mind that Bwaka will be elected because they nonsense where you're on. Don't even get it in your mind. Don't even pull that one in your mind. Say, General Roosevelt say, mark my word today. Mark my word today. I'm now a prophet. I'm now a pastor. I am speaking reality to you. I was telling one of my friends, Jerome Samson, I was telling him, I said, Jerome, I prefer we are giving the country to Bwaka so the North can cease. And when the country is given to Bwaka, you will see the worst government ever. So today, Jerome can be telling me, he said, what, my man? Now, you don't want your man listen to you. He said, your boss man listen to you. Yes, because these are reality. Anytime you see people answers for something, don't trust them. They are criminals. And that's what we're seeing today. You want to go fight Guinea talking about you will destroy their cartel. You want to destroy drugs cartel? Are you sophisticated to destroy drugs cartel, Bwaka? Because you buy all your things, you can say that's also lie. You go sit down, you come in the country, you sit down, you're talking to people, you say the Guinea president asks you hard things. That won't make sense too. Then we shouldn't talk because you president. President my foot. 077, you know the number. Let's pick up some calls, and then this is our first segment. Hello. Yeah, welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
Thank you. My name is Bishop Samuel Sompon Sayon, and I'm calling you from Jamaica Road, driving towards home.
Okay.
Ajero, you made my day. You know, Ajero, it can hurt, my brother. It can hurt. You know, after you have told us that this weird man was the most dangerous man, and we listened to you and voted you into power. There every small thing that happened, when you go in your crosshair, but we are doing it. Then why are you there? What is the reason you were voted for? You were voted for to solve this problem. Ajero, honestly, my brother, that drugs president look at us play with. That way will bring their downfall. Trust me. Those drugs president look at us play with. Look, the world people are taking the drugs business. You know, they planted small people there. They just taking it as someone and think I will just come and just go. As the way they did with the guys that they killed in Kinjo and what have you. They know that it's a big thing that has happened to our country, so and they don't know anything. So they just pass it around. Even the information minister, I listened to him today. I said sorry for him. He said, I don't know what is over this country.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's pick up at this person. Hello?
Hello, Jerry?
Yeah, welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, I'm Oka Roland calling from Grand Bassa County District 1. Concerned like praying for justice.
Okay, Oka. Thank you for joining. Go ahead.
As you said, regarding the OSC, once you go for another person of grace again to do comparison.
Yeah, especially the person of failure.
He said, Joe, we are not doing good. You are talking for them. Because of the way that you are doing justice.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Let's pick up this person. Hello?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
Thank you. My name is Sylvester Konim Chian, and I'm calling you from Tingo Village.
Okay.
Brother, you think things happen before it will happen. You know what? Sometimes I get very scared to myself. Sometimes I see this small rescue puppets and passing around making more. Brother, this country is not going anywhere. Today, 19 million drugs into this country that spirit bring it. Oh, somebody will send us to you. Just come and bring the drugs and carry it back. Hey, brother. The mantra of the Unity Party, then campaign, say that George, we are bringing George. I've been a Bono was bringing George. So we ran now that Tantan bringing it. That we just different bringing it. But the only thing I will tell my citizens, you will focus because the government already failed.
The government already failed. Thank you. Let's pick up this person. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, hello, Ajero.
Yeah, welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Prince. I'm calling from Broadview, Rainbow Community.
Prince, welcome. Let's hear you.
Mr. Jero, let me tell you something. This country, it's just everyone just forget it. The best thing we can do is to get it. It's just out of here for the country. That's the thing we can do. Come to the night. Because nothing out of the worker and people.
Hello? Oh, come on, you. Hello? Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much. This is the common question, man. My name is T1P Willie, and I join you from Brooklyn in the show.
Okay.
Some of the concern I remember justice. Ajero, I want to ask you a question. Let me tell you something. This is the government that they are linked to Africa is lying. This government, Mono Obarandi, is deception. The government is not trusted, even with the drug issue. We are getting information that this government is kept here because some official and some highly placed president of the president is involved with this thing. So then how can the same president claim to come to fight drugs? Is that a deception happening? We hear people need that we're hearing. People need that we're hearing. They say you want to fight drugs? You're not even hear what? In 2 weeks, you're not able to tell us about drugs. How can you fight drugs? We can't even tell the suspect. When we know that their prisoners have been set in place. When you collect or almost over around the street with feel trauma drug tablets, you hang that one and neck, snap a photo, and parade the internet with it. We are getting a long time for suspect of the drug issue to come up. We're not seeing them. We got somebody in Benjamin that declared itself someone that is trying to grab. Wouldn't he be a state witness to provide information? When you got put out of the Benjamin, you refuse to have it as a state witness, you refuse to protect it. You got him on the road, anything one for job, that's infection.
Okay, thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you for the show back.
Okay.
I want to ask you, you think you trust the president? You think that president that is talking to you trust him?
If I
professor?
You said?
I said all the president say you think that you trust him? That you ask him left and right. I don't know that it's a hypocrite. That is a pretender. That is a kid. I'm not trusting to death or I'm not trusting. I'm not trusting the devil. I'm not trusting. Yeah, I'm not trusting the way I'm not trusting the devil. I'm not trusting to admit.
Wow, she's saying she doesn't trust the president. And that's how things going to be, folks. That's how things going to be. Imagine a female is telling the country that she doesn't trust the president of the Republic of Liberia. She's saying from the day the president made that comment from Guinea, she lost trust in the president. Hey! Wow. This is scary, folks. This is scary. And I was just telling you this few minutes ago that the path the Unity Party government is taking, where the president finds pleasure in lies, these are the responses you're going to get everywhere. Look, this is one of the persons coming out to say, and I trust the president. As a matter of fact, she's asking me, Jerome, you sure you trust the president? You sure all that thing I'm talking? What did he say? He said, we will destroy the networks. Bwaka assures citizen on 19 million RIA drug. A young woman comes out and say, Ajay Roosevelt, you really sure you trust that president? That papa, that thing when he talking, you trust it? You know why she's saying that? Because her mind goes back to what the president said to you. That, hey, the Guinea issue is already under control. That was the first one. After some weeks, he came back and said Guinea and the government of Liberia settled the fault. They have found a remedy and settled the fault. The third time the president came back to the people, what did he say? He said that, hey, Guinea president asked him, so how the border issue? So this young woman is saying, are you sure that you're going to trust this papi? Hey, Liberia finish. What the water? I have to drink. Let me drink. Let me drink, yeah, my people. I have to drink. I need to drink. This woman, this young woman in Bwaka, this Bwaka can be the woman grandpa. President Bwaka can be the grandfather of this young woman. A possible great-grandpa or father, I would say. But she's concerned. Her heart is beating. She keeps her chest on her breast and do not trust an 84-year-old president. According to her, the president lies a lot. Hey, how did we get here, my people? I want to cry for my country. Folks, I want to shed tears for Liberia. When the citizens do not trust the president, it brings fear to the development of our country. With all of the calls that I have received, this little voice sinks into my ears. Pumping the water from a cistern to tell me that Liberia is at a crossroad. Our country sits on a bomb. This is one of the presents that you have heard. What's about the people who market the taking? What's about the mothers who have her 2 children and living in her late father's house? And the government broke it down. And her children had to be separated from her. And she said, go to Enten Lapu and go to Mansisio. Go and sleep there. You think she trusts this government? You think she believes in Bwaka? She said no. She said no. The message here is that even if you were to put Bwaka here and say vote, she will vote for a chicken instead of voting for Bwaka. That's the opinion. That is the message. She doesn't trust the president. Look, when you do not trust the man who took oath to protect the breath and life of our country, it is a problem. I need to drink more water, folks. I need to drink more water. Our country sits on a time bomb. There were some people who were living in their parents' homes. Their parents built houses and their parents died. And it was the only property they left with them. Some of them 3 children, some of them 2, some of them 4. And the government went there and broke the people's houses. I will play something for you so you can know how wicked Bwaka is, how disjointed he is, how confused the president is. I'm going to play something for you to defend my college of words to you. I'm going to do it. And I see the Unity Party people will say, oh yes, development comes with pain. And I ask the question, where are the developments? The scene where the drug arrived into the country, where I know, that's the scene where the development that comes with pain doesn't exist. But I'm going to play something for you. Where's my phone? Let me play something for you. A government that are concerned about the people, this is what that government will do. Not a ticket president will come and preach something that is not even written in the Bible to say God is not making any land. That is nonsensical. Careless. Any careless leader will do it. But I mean, let me play something for you folks. I'm going to play it. I will play something for you. Trust me, I will do it. I will play something for you. So you can know when you have a president who cares and the one who is heartless. Bwaka is a leader who says, me, myself, and I. You're not going to get anything from him. But let me find that stuff and play it. Let me take this break and try to find that stuff and play it so you can know what a good leader will do. Let me take this break. Now, I'm going to use, and later on, I will show you the picture. I will show you the picture. A good president, a good leader will not destroy, the home of the citizen and just leave it. So listen to this. Listen to this, and I hope it played. Just listen. Oh. Trying to play this. Trust me.
With the new amenities and everything.
Listen.
With all facilities, they take them back to their previous places.
So you mean these buildings that we see in this
Yes, in 6 months.
apartment?
Almost this all apartment built in just 6 months.
You all have seen the transformation that is happening in Addis Ababa. And I must confess that when I started coming to this country 6 years ago, majority of these entire areas used to be slum. I mean, proper ghettos. But then all of them were demolished. So I was like, they've demolished so many buildings, and at the end of the day, they've beautified with greens, wide roads. And I'm just asking myself, where did the people go to?
The people, they temporarily take the people to different temporary compounds.
Okay.
So with the new amenities and everything,
Wow.
with all facilities, they take them back to their previous places.
So you mean these buildings that we see, this
Built in 6 months.
apartment,
Almost this all apartment built in just 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, one of the fastest building in the city.
For the people?
Yeah, for all the people. Yeah.
So what are the kind of amenities that the people living in here have then?
Before this areas was one of the ghettos, shanty areas, but now even they don't have a proper toilet in this area. But now with everything, with full amenities, even for some of them, even the city government fulfill every household materials.
Wow.
Yeah.
If it furnished it with household
Furnished every household material, furnished apartment
for free,
for free. Yeah.
just because they were living in shanty areas.
Exactly.
Because the government wanted to more like beautify the city. This is amazing, man. See, this is more like a bicycle lane.
This is a bicycle lane.
I'm so sorry, I cannot walk in here. I might be arrested. That's why. And this is a pedestrian.
Yeah, folks. 6 months. Now, I want you to see the kind of building the people talking about in Ethiopia, another African country. Another African country. I'm about to show you this video on the screen. I'm sorry for those who following us via radio. You're not going to see, the kind of building. In 6 months, like we're talking about, all of the homes they were breaking. Maybe you go to Sinkor, you went to West Point, you went to Clarendon, in those communities like that. So the government decided, now this is a government that will not take 10 million in a suffering country like Ethiopia or Liberia to go surprise president with it. And even if the president has the people at heart, and the president has sense, he will say no. He said, "Oh, I didn't know." Say you didn't know now, you go visit the place. And that's why I believe that woman, that young woman, she said, "I do not trust the president." Now, the government of Ethiopia took their citizens, they behaving generally, the hen, the chicken. They took their citizens, they go and kept the citizens in certain community and build shelters. When the way the central bank looking, those were structured the people were building for their country. I'm about to show it, folks. You're joking. You're joking. Y'all look there. Let me show you the kind of structure we're talking about. Y'all see the kind of structure. Y'all see the kind of structure. And y'all see it? Y'all see the structure. Y'all see it? You see the kind of structure we're talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is the kind of structure the people built for their citizens. They didn't take the government money to say we want to surprise the president. They surprised their citizens with this kind of structure. The least structure was the Ministry of the Central Bank bank. You see it in 6 months. You look at it before you say I doing things and I let it go me. You see it? And you're seeing the kind of building we're talking about? No proper toilet, no bathroom. They were living in zinc shacks. The people changed the structure. The shortest building, it was the central bank. The same way you see the central bank in your country look. Now the building the people built. You're seeing it out. Huh? You're seeing it there. You're seeing it. You seen it? You seen it? When we tell you a government cares, we're not telling you people say, "Oh, development come with pings," and you can't see the development. Look, United Party partisans are witches to our country. They are witches. People who do not know what development is. They don't love the country. They are loyal to their political party. And that is why when you take $10 million US and you think it is pleasure to the Liberian people and go surprise the president. Huh? Folks, look, we are in the worst time of our country. The worst time of our country. The worst time. Yes. You get the one not Europe. It is not Europe. It is not America. It is not Asia. It is not the Middle East. This is an African country, an African president making a decision for the sake of the people. But you get our own here when 19 million Jonah can you spirit? Huh? Then the president will find. This is the kind of place we have reached, folks. This is the kind of country we have. And then when we talk, they get angry. And they were performing as opposition political party as a home of freedom. This is sad, folks. And somebody want us to forget about how, that we should forget about the jokes. We're not going to forget about the jokes. You go to JFK, the other woman went there to give. Look, how you will live in a country. You live in a country where there is no good health facility. But the first thing of the ministers, the president, past the president. How far are we going to go? How far, folks? Liberia is at a crossroad. The woman said, I do not trust the president. The young woman, the young girl, whatever the case is. She said, I don't trust my president because all of the information what the president can give, the president has been lying to the country, lying to the people. So she said, no, I do not trust him. I do not trust the president. Now, yeah, is it? Listen, government target retirement of over 6. Sometimes you wonder how we really got here, but why is the government always concentrating on negativity? No. Why can't you people concentrate on positive things? Yeah, I said they rather again to send people home. Yeah, is it? Government targets retirement of over 6,000 civil servants. 3 years. And when the Nigerian men say the president is confused, the government lost it, things are not in place, and truth hurts. The only justification the government will do is by looking past that stage, and that is the mistake the government is making. That's the mistake, folks. If I say I don't need a person because the person was reckless, the person was irresponsible, all of the performances of that person didn't, utilize anything well, and I move forward with my life, why should I be talking and comparing with another person? That yourself with the past. Huh? That means you yourself, you failure. So the government is about to sack, to retire 6,000 people after moving another 800 people from the Ministry of State, 400 from the Special Security Service, chasing some folks from the MCC. And you think when they say government, meaning that the president found that you can just get on and sack people? When you do that, you put pressure on the country. Because imagine you were about to put 6,000 people down. 6,000. When you check it out, these people are not partisans of the Unity Party. You know what they're about to do now? They are about to steal the money. Because the last time we checked, the same director said that his government saved almost 21 million. When they asked him for the 21 million, nowhere to be found. Nowhere. You cannot tell us that you saved the country of 21 million US dollars. Then the IMF, the World Bank, the African Development Bank says, come with the record. You can't find it. Like they seen drugs, no uno. Everything can disappear. That's the kind of country we're in, folks. That's the kind of country. 6,000 persons they're about to go home. That's the structure of the government. They will put it in that kind of cycle and say that retirement. No! They are witch hunting people who are not partisans, even though they are professionals. A lady used to work at the Ministry of the Ministry of Transport. That woman was sending 3 children to school, plus her own 2 children. Today, when the school that they train in, when that school closes, the other 3 children are not going to school. They will not go to school. That lady going to be pushing out to send her 2 children to school because the breeding has risen. That's what happens when you decide to take jobs that belongs to Liberians, jobs that belong to the people. What kind of confused government is just going around targeting people just like water? Look, even water, so people who were connected to people, they forgave them. What kind of a government that soon you get into power, that time pension can come, retirement can come. As soon you join to power, that time retirement can come. When your friends are in power, they employ ordinary people. But when your time comes, the only time that retirement can reach, that time your own problem. Soon you win the election, then retirement year comes. Folks, 6,000 persons, 6,000. And they're using the political script to say, oh, that we're coming to retire. That retirement they're doing, it is fake, as they will always do. The president lies, the vice president lies, the ministers lie. But when you get your hair crazy, where you expect the hair and the feet to go? You get your head, the hair on your head and sound. Where you expect the other feet to go? You that jump outside, you start going anywhere you feel are going. That's what's happening. A president who, when he speaks, everybody thinking, they think when the president say that true, president speaks, people have to go find out if that true the president say. 6,000 Liberians. If possible, young children will not go to school next semester. And as we are in Liberia, everyone has his own fares or tuition fees for school. The Ministry of Education lacks the capacity to evaluate that portion of our of government. Tells you the Ministry of Education has no knowledge. They do not have that capacity. And so if somebody was paying $200 for their children, and the government is saying 6,000 persons about to go out, folks, the suffering will continue to increase every year. And so the only thing they will be doing, they will just be lying to you. While they're pinching you, pushing you to poverty, then they keep lying to you. Oh, we created 70,000 jobs. When you go check it, 10 jobs and they don't get it. Oh, we saved the country of $21 million US. You go check IMF, go check zero. But what all the money you say you're safe? Even the Unity Party partisans trying for job. So it just tells you our country sits in a cave where few hungry politicians circled by one 84, 85-year-old man who lacks the capacity of leadership. And you think you're going to get anything from Liberia? Nothing, folks. Nothing. Nothing, folks. This is the truth. This is the reality. And that is the reason we must use our voices to speak out. 6,000 Liberians. And if you were to do the calculation, that's 6,000 Liberians. Do it like this. One person has 2 children. That's the least. One person has 2 children. It is also possible that 4 to 5 children or kids can be living with one person. But we just said 2 persons because we want to get that number. So you have 2 person times 6,000. And you evaluate how many young people will not be in school next year. How many parents going to be struggling for tuition next year? This is the kind of government you voted for. This is what we have, folks. 6,000 Liberians. Now, you know what they're doing now? People are having prayers to avoid that number. But they are not going to avoid, because you know what the politicians do? They plan. They craft their plan. They craft their plans. The first group of people from the Ministry of State in year 1, 400 plus people were dancers. They send the people home, professional people. The only crime those people committed is by being affiliated with whatsoever political institution. Mind you, they are Liberians. They targeted, they witch hunt those people and send them home. So those people became bakers in their communities. Professional people. They went to the SSS, the EPS. More than 100 persons. They lay off. Send them home. Yes. They went to the MCC, targeted some young people. Today, they also went to the Ministry of Finance. I'm not talking about the over 500 people at the Ministry of Transport. What kind of government that found pleasure in giving pain to its citizens? What kind of a government? If Bwaka has leadership ability, he will put stop to all of this nonsense. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care. You know what I mean? In a suffering country, 6,000 people going home. Do they understand what they're about to do? Even though they are aware. 6,000 folks. 6,000. Hey! What kind of heartless government is so? But let me give you more time. Let me give you more time to call. We're in a mess. I'm not sorry for those people, folks. I'm not sorry for those people. I'm sorry for people. 6,000. And the man who taking the decision, he will call suit. He will call suit. So the other people too will not get money to buy a suit. Hey, when you want to take decision, those kind of decisions on people, you know what you think at first? You think about, somebody have 2-year-old child. Somebody have 3-year-old, 4-year-old kids who's in school. Then you put that person in your shoe about you see how things, because government is not, and the nonsense is that these people who go in government call themselves professional people, the only place they can work that in government. When they leave government, they're hungry. These are the same people that will be targeting ordinary people, all because they feel that, hey, they are the hierarchy of the political institutions or that particular political institution. Why do you find pleasure in bringing pain to the ordinary people? Why is it that this particular government finds so much pleasure? If you are not breaking the people home down, then you're sending them home from their job. If you're not taking their jobs and giving it to foreigners, then the president is cheating and lying to the people. What kind of government is this, folks? I'm not going to tell you that it's better than war. No. But this is a complete nonsense. This is something that I find difficult to accept 6,000 people, and those 6,000 people, they are not all sedition. Even if they are sedition, they are not all. There are people who you need tomorrow. But let me give you this message before we go to the line. All the nonsense your own. If you're doing anything for cheating, you're just forget it. That you taking people joy, you breaking people who, you cheating people, or you do anything, you undermine the law of the country, you doing it all because you want to cheat. Trust me, you on the wrong lane. You on the wrong lane. Y'all go ask the people of Clarendon if we were escaping. We were babies. We were not escaping. And we're not escape now. So if I know what you know, all those decisions you're taking that will put people against you, when the results of an election goes against you, you should put your hand up, because it is that same election that took you to the presidency, even though you choose to do your thing the way you choose it. I'm not part of your political party. I'm not going to tell you this. I'm only here to tell you what you're doing is not okay. It's not good. But if you think it's good, continue. But don't depend on cheating. Don't depend on it. Because if anyone in this country depend on cheating, Liberia will turn sour. And that day, Liberia will be divided. So don't depend on it. You won't be a minister after election. You enjoy your money. That won't leave with you. You won't be president after election. You enjoy your city money. It leave with you. But any attempt, because after election, there will be no constitutional president until the Elections Commission say it. And that person that is elected, the only time that person becomes president, after the day of inauguration. Any attempt, we will drag people in this country. Marky, y'all go ask Clarendon people, they will tell you. So you said sacking people, you do all kind of thing that you do. Continue. Hey, continue. When you win, fine. We accept. Or you unforced man, you want change with this. And we are not afraid of guns. You should not change. Let's pick up course. Your performance is dulled. D-U-L-L. It's dulled. It's not the kind of thing we expected. Let's pick up this person. Hello?
Hello.
Welcome. 6,000 Liberians are going home.
Actually, I know what my name is Prince. I'm calling from Bros. Let me tell you something. There are left people here. You understand me?
Yeah.
If anybody speaks to the state that they will bring frustration to the people comes only to the land. Then I believe that Tero will be better, but the one that we can be more better than Tero.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to. Don't. I just reminding these people. Just go ahead. 6,000 persons going home. Why your turn?
Look, let me tell you something. The frustration, it will increase until 2029. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello, Angela.
You're welcome.
Please, this is Francio Ebenezer Weston, which is one of Liberia legitimate owners that joined you from Central Virginia.
Yeah.
Angela, my own attention is drawn to that asset you play. I don't know for Ethiopia or where.
Yeah, Ethiopia.
My brother, Ethiopia is a far away country. Just 2005, some years back, I was in Ghana. Somewhere around the area they call Kaswa, not so far from the Bulugura refugee camp. When the Ghanaian government got ready to relocate the people from the road because they were doing selling in the street and they were obstructing traffic, the government went and located a site, built a modern market facility that has everything that includes school building for the market people children. After doing that, before the government now went and asked the people that can remove from the road. But coming here, our own government do nothing like that. They did nothing like that at all. They went to our impoverished people that told that already put in poverty were and bought all of their structure and telling them that God is not creating new land. Are you imagining? Are you imagining, my brother? God is not creating new land, but their God is creating tons and countless number of drugs and bringing it to this country. But their God is giving them multitude of excuses and justification, all out of 40 things in there. Look at the one that appear this one. So what is the essence now of bringing you there and moving just here? Here you went to the UAE, he ended the UAE, and the leader there, you were reported with Robert Jackson. And later we saw in every hospital kid. Black Waka now he's down, and the same thing is this job I was doing, playing football, and that's taking the coach serious. He now put to a Ghanaian Jackson with a Ghanaian president. That's why he was bringing to this country. My brother, thank you, man. I don't know what can I do for this country.
Thank you. 0776 104 104 is our number here. 0776 104 104. Those of you wanting to participate. Hello? Yeah, welcome.
For the show.
Thank you.
Gary Escoffer calling from Chicago, Florida.
6,000 Liberians going home, according to the Unity Party government.
Yeah, people ask. Yeah, for that they are very good at that, but they are not good at improving the livelihood of the people. But let me just say this to you today. Maybe many people don't know. Waka's father is not dead. He's still alive. His father is a liar. His father is a criminal. His father...
Hello?
Good evening, Action Elizabeth.
Yeah, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Tausa, cover under the streetlight in Roy Johnsonville, an outstanding member of the Concerned Bureau for Justice.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, John Roosevelt, that is the kind of government that the people voted for. Yesterday, we articulated to the people that Joseph Imabwaka is not going to become a good president for you people. They said, oh, he was the best man, he had 42 years experience. Here we are today. 6,000. They promised the Liberian people to create jobs. Instead of them creating jobs, they are dismissing people from their original job. So that's the first time that ever in the history of Liberia where civil servants have been dismissed. Our government can only do recycling of civil servants. But this government is very much wicked. And that's why they are just dismissing people from all angles. You know what I mean to go dismiss civil servants? Go to the civil servants standing room. They will never be this. They can never be dismissed.
Okay. Line 2. Hello. Hello. This person is on line 2. Hello. Oh, I can't get the person. So I'm back on this line. Hello? Yeah, welcome. Okay, let's hear you. Thank you. Okay.
What kind of people you took from the place where they come to see other people?
I'm telling you.
When we heading to? So people can't even get into eat a day. Even place to sleep. Children going to school. In that state. But if you want to say you're going to do business, your money,
I'm telling you.
Then this money one on them for on banana FS talking about you said that is best a president in the war. I say you joking, you know what you say? You drug drinking drugs, now that you used to bring drugs and all into this country, and you're still drinking it. Today, no one will looking at. The money what people I want China going to school. The money they send to pay that was $10 million. You want it there, I know Ethiopia workplace. You saw what it did, you want what it did, me ask you what it meant talking.
Yeah.
You pay play for the people that you saw what you're doing development. What is development? You just want the one spending the name back to people. We know the story. We know it.
I tell you.
We know it. So we just give it to all the tricks and all of them.
Yeah, let me take this person. The person been patient on this line. Hello.
Hello, Ajuru.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah.
You just spokesperson for elaboration I moved by William Delulu. And I joined you for Carwell.
Go ahead.
I do not call us there's not trusting Baga judgment that he said was a hope on him.
Yeah.
There is true argument. It's only about trust issue. Everything in abroad is going down the drain. Only General Baga. Because the brother push against trust, he push against poor. I got no poor selling the street. Even I got the young boys are suffering the market here. But yet that today, Mr. Baga come and driving the poor out the street. In their daily living, you know how to make that me again. Because whatever they depend on Baga, taking it from them, bring it down to go home. Support build a home over 30, 40 years today. They've been living there, Baga can destroy it, and there is nowhere for them to live. Now in abroad to eat is an achievement. Before you get a meal, even one time is an achievement in abroad. Our poor are suffering every day. Marketing are suffering, they're selling nowhere. Even the selling police are among the all year and there. So they know what issue. The issue is how many country people preach against it yesterday. You can be against it. Why you came to the country there? Even your own people doing it.
Okay.
You're all selling drugs.
Okay.
Why you damaging the country there at the room? They telling them or something. Yeah, that's okay. Why me to do today? Yeah, anything I you put on here, there will be no account. Don't say you're going to wait for your money, wait for your but that's zero. You can't do that. You can't do that at the country. But there's a complete failure. Everything only is selling at the room. There's no success or success. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll take just one or two more calls and then go home. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Let me make you understand. The whole of the country, you say as
okay. Unity Party folks. Hello?
Hello.
My sister, the last caller.
Thank you. That's okay, job. No, I know to be the top customer from the party.
Yeah.
So you stop for who says yes, not showing us. Telling us about the ticket. Or you say, man, fuck a ticket. You stop for who says, when you take it, when someone is moving on outside there, during the campaign, because we saw we have and we can feel it, we can see it, we can touch it. When you say hospital, we will see it. They say wrong, you will see it. When you say hospital, you will see it. When you say wrong, you will wrong, saying it.
Yeah.
Or you stop for who says yes. When they can appoint to 9 in this country, tell me. When they can appoint to, everything they appoint to that black. They say it's wrong machine today, but fire again, that the machine when they bring it, they bury it. They put money and money. Can you imagine? The money I'm telling you, anything they put to that, our president will go and say that all state bill. When they ask you about something that they hold a bill, in your own buyer, how will be they say, they say, my parents know about it. You know what he said about people? That's what he said. But the problem is, second time he said, I don't know who's doing it. Now you are paying you the third time, you're paying you. The second time he said, I better forget it. Can you imagine that as a president who has ability you, when you say something, but you don't enter and say, now zero, you go get behind that zero. When you go to the country, yeah, I'm telling you, my brother. When you go to the country, you can't continue talking there. We sign an agreement, but we're very understanding. Now when you get paid, when you start to say, give me what you say, when they come and lie, all the things we have fought for yesterday, and he left out the they come to power. Let me tell you, we are thank you.
Okay.
So let me point, everything I say, oh, the banker. How you get money for something for 6 years? And just 2 years, you want to it. The guy just was saying, oh, the Frankie, oh, we went to the country, and so the thing is, thank you, you did well. So there, our country now is only one man. For bad reason. Can you imagine?
Okay.
For a bad wrong reason, just for kids. That's a 2.4 billion trust. In our country. And they will not even doing shit that I do. They will not even shit my brother to tell the person, oh, it's just passing through. Can you imagine?
Thank you.
To where? So go where? Passing through go where? The people are paying for the children of school. They somebody in for the country. They let me pour on it. For me, on it, not a cartel. That bring them up, that bring them up.
Okay.
Then they tell it, oh, we'll wait for judgment. But you say, so we have to and yes, that's not saying it. But when you go for God, they get angry. They're not costing you.
Thank you, Masisi. Thank you. Folks, we have to go. Me, I again concentrate on the flash. I go for Boakai himself. So we'll be here on next week on behalf of our young chief, Oliver Khan, and our lovely Freedom Hub princess. My name is R. Jerome Roosevelt. Anthony Stevens, heavily assisted. I'm a technician today. So, folks, I will be here. My name is R. Jerome Roosevelt. Thank you.
I just want to ask you one question. Now, who you came to rescue? You not give him the people what they want. Then you say you came to rescue. Let me ask you, Mr. Rescue, the people say not like you. You say you coming to rescue your people.